As women, it often falls on us to keep our families together, especially during the holidays. Here to talk more about that is Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, our 9Muse parenting expert and licensed counselor. And we're not just talking about moms. I mean, this is called, I've never heard of this term, daughtering.
Either have I.
I
know, neither had I. And then I saw this and then I looked into it. And this is a book that's coming out in a couple months from now. And it's so good. So the author essentially defines daughtering as those responsibilities that we take on specific to daughters of sort of doing the logistical work and having the emotional labor. And that all of it in a family system really goes pretty unrecognized. Like, this is just what we do, not really with appreciation, with no defined role. And it's a very unique kind of pressure and stress. And I read it and I was like, yes. That's so true.
It makes a lot of sense. Just like within my own dynamic, you see like, the girls kind of taking on that invisible load. And I'm talking about that as children, right?
Yes.
As opposed to the male. And then, you can reflect on it on, everything going on right now, I'm sure with you and myself as well, is just everything invisible load for just the holidays in general with like moms and stuff. So how does that differ between what moms are thinking right now for holidays and then daughtering for holidays?
Yes. The daughtering piece sort of holds this really quiet space. It's like, I'll take care of the bills. Oh, do you need me to wrap the presents for you? Oh, do you need me to give you the list of gifts to buy for people? It's very much like, it's quiet and it's strategic. And again, it's expected. And so what she was talking about was that we're like socialized. There's a role for the sons, and it is not this, right? There's no emotional, and nothing they do is invisible. The things that the boys do / the sons do is very visible. Like, you moved the wood from outside to inside to do the fire,
Totally.
right? But I might have been in the kitchen cooking all day, but that's just an expectation that at 6 o'clock there's gonna be a perfect warm meal on this table. And not only am I expected for that, but then on top of it, I've been socialized to care about, this is a big part, the emotional needs of everybody. Do you like pumpkin soup? Oh, you don't, and you have an allergy, and so that's what she was talking about, is like the emotional labor of making sure that everyone's okay is very specific in family systems to the daughter.
Reminds me of moms being the default parent,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Time for kids to take a bath. Well, get your butt down there and give those kids a bath, because that's just the expectation. But it still kind of feels like almost dysfunctional, but certainly stressful, if anything. Wouldn't you say, this dynamic?
This dynamic is stressful, and I really liked some of her tips around dealing with it, because they were like a little bit different, and I was reading them and feeling excited. The one I was like, I'm gonna take these tips on myself. I have a very strong daughtering role, for sure, so I really resonated. But one of them was like, create like a force field around you, right? And it's just in your head. But let's say you were putting some pressure on me and I'm starting to feel it. Like, it's like a mental imagery of creating this field around myself. The other thing is, of course, plan things in advance. But one of the things I loved was keep your hands busy. And so what she meant was, like, we think about it for kids, like, oh, well, I'll do the crafts with the kids. And it's almost like, no, the kids actually will be drawn to you because it's daughtering. You're not necessarily a mother, right? You're just daughtering. But you're keeping yourself busy, you're creating with your hands. And what she was saying was that tends to make conversations lighter. When someone comes over, let's say you're doing a crossword puzzle or you're doing, puzzles or something, people join or people keep conversations light. They're not coming in for the heavy talk. Ooh. And I thought that was a really good tip. The other one that I really liked was come in ready for the interview. So basically what she said was, when you're around your family, you are going to essentially think of yourself as like the archivist. Like, oh, tell me about when you lived, in Germany. Tell me about your days in the war. Tell me about, and that you're gonna come in, and that's a way of diffusing conversation. You're like taking charge. Or you could say, let's look through family albums. But you're going back in time so that the stuff going on in time that might be stressful to talk about kind of gets put in the back corner. And I thought that was a very good and healthy tip.
Yeah, that's really healthy tips. I'm
storing
those
them
ones in my brain, because I like the idea of not only diffusing, but also being able to like focus on the present without it being all heavy if there's anything emotionally going on. So that's
right.
Great. Yeah, Dr. Ziegler, thank you as always.
Thank you.